Hello everyone, welcome back. I'm still Dr. Beake, and this is still Hand of Fate 2.
I do not know what the usurper has done with my game. He will have improved it, I am sure, as I
was watching a very quiet
my
video.
predecessor.
So I had like double the volume set up, and I just blew out my own ears. Hopefully that doesn't come up in the recording. But yeah, now you know why I screamed.
This game is merely the lesser game. It is not the true game of life and death, merely my model of it. I must prepare you for the challenges you will face when you meet Callus in truth.
Oh yes, Callus. Yes. However, today we have the Empress. We need to earn fame in order to wield a legendary weapon. Villages on the northern outskirts are under assault from northern raiders. Defeat the shaman who leads them. So we need to try and get enough fame, and we need to deal with a lot of raiders. Whether or not we get either of these things, I have no idea. But I'll do my best to try and get fame things. I'm pretty sure burning building will do it. Cartographer, I don't think so. Unrested Iron Peak, potentially. Maleclipse's problem. Right. I paid for the flower but failed actually eating it. So that's delightful. Lost Boy. Oh yeah, we can try the Shrine. Shrine might actually be helpful. Maybe. Theoretically. Peasant Son. Yep. Tarts, Pies, and Exotic Lies. Maybe. Pauper Plague. Friendly Innkeeper. But we should get some of these new ones. I kind of want... Ooh, I'm going to regret the Thief, but we're going to do that. And Remarkable Fishing. Weapons. What do you want? Can repose additional defense. Yep. Activate 10 times. Easily done. Winter's Bane. Defeat Northerners. Easily done. Reinforced Shield. Yep. Gotta get that in there so that we know what it does. Berserker. Dark Grove Ring. Extinguisher. Okay. And we still got room for 2. So might as well throw the Humble Hamburger. Yeah, the Humble Hamburger. That's definitely that thing I said. And we might as well throw in a ring because we can have as many rings as we want. Supplies. We can start with one of these weapons or food. So, naturally, we're going to start with a weapon because, Repulse Shadows. Well, Shadows is DLC territory, so that's going to take a hot minute. Repulse Northerners? Easily done. Easily done. So without further ado, let's get in!
In this case, the Empress is a symbol, a leader of the northern clans, but not their only one.
After all, we did climb the mountain last time.
Now we come to one of the new nuances of our game.
Fame.
The hunt for fame and esteem would not work for all players, but it works for you. I can sense it in you.
Yes.
Your pride.
Yes.
Your skill.
Yes.
In time, we will learn all of you.
Oh. Raiders have destroyed our village, the Elder of Talos explains in a hushed voice. They were sent by a dark shaman of the north. They were searching for this. He draws a large warhammer from his cloak. Aretha's Eye. 'Tis the only weapon that will break the seal protecting their encampment. He hands you the weapon.
Anger is a powerful force.
Now we will need to get 20 fame. And again, when I played this, I did not reach this on the first try. So, will we break the record again? The weapon is heavier than imagined, perhaps weighed down by hidden magic, preventing you from wielding its potential. Earn fame by completing encounters. The Elder looks straight into your eyes as though peering into your soul. Not all weapons are for all men. Only those who have demonstrated great acts of valor and courage may bear Aretha's Eye. You do well to remember that. I ask questions. What would you like to know? Make it quick. What must I do? You must find the courage to wield the weapon and defeat the shaman before the 5th village falls. The villagers need a hero. The town of Braden is surely in danger and must be warned. And there it is. How do I use it? Great artifacts require great heroes, he explains. Never turn down the opportunity to aid others. Seek out greatness, and you will be rewarded. Ask about the shaman. A twisted creature with great power. Never seen on the battlefield, but I hear she commands her warriors from her camp in the forest to the east. Ah, yes, that's why I'm going west, of course. We sent our warriors to find her, but a magical barrier prevents anyone from entering her sanctum. It is said that Aretha's eye can break through such a barrier. If she were attacked at her camp, these raids would surely be stopped for good. Ask about the Empire. The Utler scowls. Empire? What good is the Empire? Naught but tax collectors and carrion crows. 6 raids here this year, and not a soldier to be seen. So much for protection. They're less reliable than the West of the gods. Thank you. I trust the sacrifice of Talos not go in vain. He bows his head. May the gods bring you good fortune. Good, yes.
You strike me as the type who would put themselves in harm's way for the benefit of others.
Sometimes.
Yet, perhaps you'd rather have someone else sacrifice themselves for you.
You hear shouting up ahead. As you make your way down the cobbled street, you see lights flickering on the road in front of you. Am I recording? I am. Okay. As you approach, you see a building, flames, and smoke billowing out of the upper room windows. A crowd has formed outside, passing buckets of water between one another to temper the blaze. As you push your way through a crowd, you see a woman frantically pleading with the villagers. Please help! My family is in there! Anyone, please help! I brave the fire.
The wheel is one of my favorite innovations. It combines many different elements of our game into one.
Whew! I was afraid of that. Continue. Okay. There we go. Through a haze.
A wise decision.
Ah, yes, I made this choice, and it wasn't mildly RNG on how slow the wheel would slow down. No. Through a haze of smoke, you find the woman's youngest daughter crying under her bed. You coax her out, scoop her up, and carry her out of the blaze. The villager rushes to your aid. Thank you, brave adventurer. I can take it from here. But be warned, the building is not safe. It will soon collapse. The woman embraces her child, then turns to you once more. My husband! Did you see my husband? He's still in there. Please, please help. The dealer adds another life pain card to the wheel gambit. But I return. It's moving a bit faster. Fuck! Malaclips, I'm sorry. Thank you, Malaclips. Well, ow. With a sudden crack, the beam of...
Move faster next time.
Speed wasn't the problem there, but with a sudden crack, the beam above you gives way, injuring you and blocking your path. You retrace your steps out of the building. Ow. The husband is still in there. I return. Got it. Unfortunately, we did lose Malaclips for 3 encounter cards. You find the woman's son attempting to find his way out through the smoke and flames. Grabbing his hand, you lead him through the building and to safety. Thank you, adventurer! I can take it from here, but the building will soon collapse. The woman embraces her child and turns to you once more. My husband! He's still in there! I will attempt. But we're going pretty fast now. Ah! We did it! Fuck. Yes! Excitement abounds. Slumped in the corner of a room, you find the woman's husband. You put his arm over your shoulder and quickly make your way out of the inferno. As you emerge, the woman and her child rush to the man's side and embrace him. Thank you, adventurer! You've saved my family from certain death, the woman says.
A reward well earned.
Ooh. While our possessions have been destroyed, we will never be able to repay you. No, what? Huh? And we will never be able to... Okay. Know that we will speak of your deeds here today for as long as we shall live. Well, that's a lot of fame! I don't think I have any equipment to sell. No. Kinda need both of those things. I do have 10, and I do need food. So I will be spending this 10 on food. Food good. Adventure need food
Always
badly.
treat those who feed you with respect.
Yes.
Even I stand by this rule, and I have respect for few.
Oh. Was that before or after whatever happened to your arm there, bud? You chance upon a wooden cart overflowing with pears, pies, and many items otherwise. A wonderful smell wafts from the cart. The old farmer hawks his wares to passerbys. Tarts, pies, and exotic fruits. Chester gives you a jolly wave. What would you like to buy on this fine morning? I have no money, I'm sorry. I spent all of my money.
These are the choices that make the hero or the villain.
The town crier announces the Empire seeks mercenaries to join the battle against the corruption. You seek out the watchtower where recruitment is taking place. You arrive in time to hear Sir Mallyfowl's plan to wipe out the Paupers District. The outbreak began then. We cannot risk sparing any of their lives, he says. Sir Mallyfowl the Green. Ah, yes, the Green. That's what you want to hear from your leader. Leads the mercenaries to the Pauper District where the poor and sick have been walled off from the rest of the city. Over the wailing of the corrupted, Sir Mallyfowl gives the command to charge. You find yourself surrounded by the corrupted. You draw your weapon and set your feet. We're going in. The first combat of the episode. I can't wait to have all of my soldier buddies to instantly die.
I'll have you know my friend here is killed far better than you.
Oh my god, he didn't fall. Oh god! I thought I dodged that. Unfortunate. Got him! Ow. Oh. That's what I get for getting too far away from Malaclips. Alright. Who's not dead? Oh. The Musketeer actually got that final hit. So there were, what, 3 soldiers left alive there at least? That's pretty good. Sir Mallyfowl commends you for your bravery and offers you a reward. Ooh. I do like money. It's a shame that I did those in the opposite order. It would have been useful.
At what point does honor bend to pragmatism?
I'll get back to you on that one. But for now, we attempt to help the woman.
Back to the bones. I hope you have learned to be their master.
14 was a pretty hard target to hit, but we did it. Thank you, the woman says, as you help her from the carriage. Please accept this token of gratitude. Oh, tasty, delicious food. And fame. Okay, the burning house.
Time passes and things change. The advances of the Empire march on, and mystery and magic falls further into darkness. Yet
but I like
death
magic.
stalks the streets of the city.
Let the magic come back. A pall of smog casts the city in a dull gray light as you navigate the narrow streets and back alleys of Iron Peak. Beware the Prince of Poisons, calls a young boy in a short-brimmed cap as he hands out leaflets to the passing crowds. You stop to read a discarded parchment sodden by the damp that clings to the cobblestones. Prince of Poison strikes again. Another mass poisoning in the back streets of Lowtown. Mayor raises reward to 500 gold. The boy approaches as you finish reading. If you really hope to be safe, you'd best protect yourself. I have just the thing at a bargain price. I see. I ask about the Prince of Poisons. He's the one responsible for all the killing that's been going on, the child exclaims, wide-eyed. Dozens, if not hundreds of innocent people dead, all poisoned by the prince. He strikes at random, anywhere in the city and at any time. Just drops one of his canisters, and half the street's dead before anyone knows what's happening. If you really hope to be safe, you'd best protect yourself. I have just the thing, and at a bargain price. I see. So I can ask about the children in the alleyway, I can ask about protection, or I can go to the marketplace. Well, he might be just trying to make a quick buck off the news, so I'm going to ask about the children. The boy looks over to where you're pointing. Most of them lost their parents to poison and live on the streets now. The boy shakes his head in pity, saying, Came from a good home, some of them. They won't last on the street. Don't even know what street corners are best to beg at. I offer them food. The children, dressed in clothes once embellished with silver buttons and lace, but now torn and coated with soot, swarm around you as you approach with food in hand. Oh God. I offer 5 food. A dozen filthy hands tear the offered morsels to shreds as the children scramble for what they can get.
Now the power is yours to use.
Power! More filthy children appear from the shadows and beg for food. I'm sorry. Suddenly, an armed man sprints into the alley, knocking several children to the ground. He pauses to swear and glances back the way he came. A silver-haired lady, clearly dressed for combat and sporting an array of weapons, stands silhouetted at the end of the alley. "Running is pointless, Mad-Eye!" she says, matter-of-factly. Mad-Eye draws his weapon as the children scatter. "I'm not going back to prison!" he yells in defiance. I see. I guess we help her, maybe? Sure. I mean, if he's yelling about prison, then he's probably not a great guy. "This one's mine," the woman tells you as you draw your weapon. More armed men suddenly rush into the alleyway. "Mad-Eye!" one of them calls. "We won't let it take you!" I see. Well, having to fight thieves with a heavy weapon, not going to be the greatest feeling. And it's going to require a lot of dodge rolling on my part. But we're going to try. Because we got the big bonk hammer. And an old crank blade with a blunderbuss. Katura. You will find no charity here. When activated, she fires her back-holstered weapon and causes high damage to enemies in range. Stay close to charge
Nothing like
faster.
the smell of gunpowder to get the blood.
Get him! I bombed. He's got a bomb! Bonk. The biggest of bonks in his power. Hey, Katura, you got your skill back? Yeah, get him! Shoot him up! Goodies? Question mark? The silver-haired woman immediately rushes forward to stand over Mad-Eye, declaring, "I'm taking this lowlife in and getting the payment." As formidable as the woman looks, you turn to search the other fallen men before leaving the alleyway. Goodies. Okay, and now we know what the reinforced shield does. We get more bash power. We're using... Ooh, yes, that's what we needed. You leave the troubled town of Iron Peak with the impression that you've not yet seen all it has to offer. True.
It appears you are worthy to wield the weapon of champions. The raiders will hide from you no longer.
Oh. You turn Retha's ire over in your hands. The rune on its face begins emitting a golden light. It is unclear if it now weighs less or if you have newfound strength, but either way, you can now wield the mighty hammer. Malaclips looks on in awe. Wow, that would earn a pretty penny at the markets, but first let's use it to break the barrier to the Northern Raiders camp, slay the shaman, and stop the raids once and for all. Once again, the power of recording has somehow managed to make it so that I can make it to the real endgame. So, you got... What is with you guys in the chat? You some sort of lucky token? Remembering the Elder of Talos' instruction you sent out towards the Sanctum of the Shaman. Alright then.
You have prepared yourself for this battle.
Yeah.
Now you must face it, but not alone, perhaps.
It is as the Talos Elder said, Malaclips remarks. The shaman's sanctum is protected by a magical barrier. Best you try that hammer. I smash. You raise Retha's ire above your head and bring it down against the magical wall with all your might. The hammer finds its mark and you are immediately engulfed in a blizzard of snow and ice. The howling winds spin you this way and that, then vanish as quickly as they had appeared. Disoriented, you look around for Malaclips, but he is nowhere to be found. You find your bearings and realize you are now standing in a forest clearing covered by newly fallen snow. You step back and bump into something. Turning, you see a towering northern clansman, bald, brutal.
He has brute strength, if nothing else.
He does not flinch, nor does he seem the slightest bit interested in you. He stands with weapons drawn and brow lowered. You turn to follow his gaze. That's a lot of boys! When you see her sitting on a throne of wicker and thorns, small straw-plated charms and oddities hanging from the trees behind her. Before her kneel countless raiders, worshipping their leader in an eerie stillness. "The defender of the villages and the exiled one," the shaman says with a hiss. She steps down from her throne. "I know why you have come. Let this end." "I hope you know how to fight, hero," says the bald northerner calmly. "There are more warriors here than we can kill. To defeat a snake, you must cut off its head." You ready your... I need to think about the Wanderer's voice a bit, I think. Maybe I turn him into Arnold Schwarzenegger. That'd be fun. You ready your weapon is. The shaman and her clansmen surround you. It's bonking time. Be prepped for bonking. Time to bonk the shaman. There she is. Raid Leader Gerda. Raid Leader's the front line of the Northern Assault. Centers of tactical and religious guidance. She casts spells that heal her allies. Attack her quickly to interrupt.
I do not yet we will fight. Stand clear of my blades. I will stand clear of yours.
Understandable. Have a nice day. I'm gonna go bonk the shit out of this person. I'm bonking. Well, she's gonna have a hard time. That's not what you want to see. Luckily, they just stood around and were looking at. Ow! Fuck! Hey, Raider guy, help me out. Missed. Oh no. Got her. A little weird that I apparently implanted the hammer so hard I had to use my boot to get her off me, but yeah. Got it. The shaman's body writhes as dark spirits leave her chest and vanishes into the air. The remaining raiders flee into the forest. As the skies clear, the sun beams down on the colossal warrior that fought alongside you. "I am Torbjorn," he explains. "I was born into the northern clans, but I am clanless now. You do not know us, but we were not always like this. Perhaps one day the clans will return to the tradition they have lost." I have befriended Kolbjorn, the Wanderer. "You and I have cleared a small part of the stain of my honor this day. If you call, I will answer." He reaches out a massive hand and clasps your forearm. "Let us head back and find your friend." And with that, you and Kolbjorn make your way through the forest in search of Malaclips.
Another card returns to my deck. Do not worry. I have more challenges before you will be ready to face my foe.
And we have somehow managed to successfully complete the Empress in the first go. Mostly
Well
thanks
done.
to the burning building.
Another northerner falls before you, and a new companion joins your journey.
And we get a bunch of armor. And a ring of food, though I suspect it's not edible itself. And then a bunch of new stuff to take a look at. And I don't really want to look at Raider Ambush, to be perfectly honest. And we get access to Retha's Ire, though we can only have so many platinum cards in our deck. And for befriending Kolbjorn, Kolbjorn! And for defending all of the villages, the Elder's Gift. Yeah, we kind of, we got, thanks to the burning building and successfully completing that, we got so much fame that we didn't even have to try defending the villages. We just kind of did. All right. And we got a couple more to go, though. We've unlocked Bitter Winter. And then new companion Cruel Katura waits for us at the Hound. And a new challenge awaits. But all of that will have to wait for another time.
You have done well. You understand the basic rules of the game now. From here, they will change.
And while the rules may change, the Beake ever remains the same and continues his grand adventure. I hope you all enjoyed this episode. Like if you did and subscribe if you haven't yet. And I'll see you all again soon, next week. Bye for now.
Hey.